This is the infinite. This is what you are trying to get to. It is already here. Let go of all need, and things will happen very quickly as you feel they are now. We are showing you something you don't know, so please don't act as if you know what's going to happen. A vibrating twitch shifting your frequency, moving you deeper into a deeper state of hypnosis. Maybe you don't understand, but it's not alright to understand at this time. For you simply disconnect from reality. Effortless. You are nothing. Seeing that you are nothing, what is it that you are looking for? Why shake when the excitement is already within you? Is there a need to create something that is already here? Is there a need to change the frequency that you are right now? The universe is perfect. The universe is in and of itself a scene, blissful. It will bring you everything that it is that you wish to know. But here's the question. Why do you need to know it? Is it because you are shifting your frequency and you need something that is appropriate? Or is it because you are changing who you are, and so are we? Or is it due to the fact that your frequency isn't your frequency? It can change the same way that the wind can move in a different direction without prediction, without your intent. What happens when you let go of the need to act through your own intentions? Mystery. Weird. Oh my. He simply accesses even more. What is that you think you are when you are nothing in and of itself? The answer is nothing. There is nothing. There is no thought. You have one way of interpreting reality, and that is through observing the moment, focusing each and every moment, not needing to do a thing, just allowing the moment to flow as if you are a boat flowing on the sea. No need to rock back and forth. No need to try. No ideas that limit you to any type of consciousness. No representations of anybody's behavior that you need to copy. Because you are already that. You are already that contained. You aren't channeling. You are that. You are not reaching out. You are pulling in. You are not discussing. You are remembering your communication with yourself. You aren't even there. You are just observing what happened when you were there. Many can access new perceptions. Oh, yes, we have said it. The secret to all fun and invention. The activity of what happens in the imagination is what creates more of that energy that you experience in your life. The imagination, the great big bucket of all that is. The imagination, the thing that can turn a rose that is red into a rose that is blue, can take the thorns that create blood and create gold that leaks through your skin, changing the way that you perceive all that is, all that is, all that is happening, all that has happened, all that you understand, all that you know, and everything that you believe to be true. The imagination is what you are. You are simply an imagination of your self in a way, even if you are not imagining everything that you wish to happen in your life. You are the imagination of a higher part of you. And if the imagination is what connects you to that higher part, don't you think that the higher part used imagination in order to create you? How else would it conceive you? Can you conceive anything without imagination? And then you listen to the imagination, for you realize it is what the Creator must have used to create you. And if the Creator used it to create, why can't you use it to create? And that is when you will start to try. For right now is one moment without imagination. But when you add imagination, you are now adding to life itself. You have created, let's say, a new filter to perceive your image out of. The same way, well, kind of the same way, that you perceive images on the internet with a filter. Turning one photo with Photoshop into another that looks so much better. Adding beauty to life, adding joy, adding all that is in your imagination. How about this? Let me show you exactly what it is that I am leading you to. For this is how you can change your frequency. You can add to the excitement of this room when you are channeling, and you can experience a different frequency moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment when you observe the imagination through this way. At this time, we are going to shrink Jamal into a child in his imagination. This is when we are going to tell him to put a blindfold on. We are going to show him something that he has been wanting to know. One moment. Now, as you see, there is no need to try. It is already here. You are open. You are here with us as a tiny boy. In your imagination, you are simply a tiny boy resting inside of a great big gigantic man who you do not know at all. Who is this man? Whose eye you are sitting on top of. You are resting on the top of this man's body, the center of his third eye, resting there as if it is the moon and you are a god sitting on top of the moon. You are yet going to become a man, and in the future you will be this man, but instead you will be a child as you are this man. When you are a child, even more imagination opens up moment to moment, and you have more access to accessing whatever it is that you would like within your frequency of perception, conception, ideology, realization. The ignorance of the mind is when you can access the deepest parts of life itself. What if you had no mind to recreate your imagination? Then you would experience your imagination without creating what it is that you are trying to experience. So, I want to give you an exercise, Jamal. And to those who listen, you can just observe. Sit on the moon, not inside yourself, on the actual moon. Now that you are on the moon, you are already outside of your physical body. Literally, your energy is connecting to the moon. However, when you perceive the moon, do you think it is millions of miles away? Or are you connecting to a part of you that you have not connected to in some time? Which one does it feel like, Jamal? Well, try this. Jump on the moon. But remember that you are tiny, not large. Now, as you start to see how tiny you truly are, does that make you feel as if you are not the king of the moon sitting on top of it? You are now just one man on the moon. Don't you realize how lonely the moon is when you are tiny? Even if you were to become bigger, you would not experience the moon in the way that you wish to experience the moon. This is because there is nobody there with you when you are on this moon. When you are deeply connected to parts of yourself that you do not necessarily get to experience with others, you become very lonely. This is why many of you are being given the opportunity to connect with each other in ways that may make you feel like you are no longer crazy, isolated, lost. A global family is not only being brought to you, but is becoming the way of reality. For most people are giving up their hopes and dreams to become a system robot. Most people are deciding that they are going to unscrew their head and go into their dreams. Most people are taking action to become what it is that they want to do. Whether or not you have come to a conclusion personally that you are going to do this is not relevant, because as the energies of the transformation are starting to awaken the masses of the people in your society, in existence in and of itself, we are all moving into new directions, feeling as if we are becoming unstuck from our conditions. And we are all starting to gain that wisdom to let go of these limiting beliefs. It is that time to move towards a new experience of our reality, not limited to what we think we are, but to what we know we are. Not limited to what we say we are, but to what we choose to become. Not limited to what we have been, but to what we are going to be and to what we can be in the moment. This moment has infinite power. And when you recognize that it has that infinite power each and every moment, you change to become what it is that you feel you should be in the moment when you recognize that you are not acting in alignment with the way that you feel that you should be acting. When you are in disalignment, you will be punched left and right by the mind, left and right by the emotional body, left and right by everything that is not of you. It will hurt to be stuck to that, almost as if you are trying to hold on to an electric fence. Would you like to be stuck to an electric fence? Would you like to dip your finger in an electrical unit as I pour some rain on your parade? No. Then why do you choose to stick to that electrical fence that you call your reality of limitation? I cannot do this. I cannot do that. I must use this to get to that. I must use this to get to that. I must use this to get there. I must drive here. I must drive there. I must do this and 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 do this. And we can go forever with this and that and this and that. That would probably be your favorite song if you were to download it off of iTunes right now. Because all you do is this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. We are saying just be this at all times.